Yes, I am back aboard Schiehallion. It was pretty much snowing in Zurich when I left, or nearly. Cold and shitty and miserable, and it's pretty much this much opposite of that as you can imagine here right now. I've got shoes and socks and long pants on, and I am just probably people can smell me like 20 meters away. I stink. I've just been sweating since 24 hours. I haven't slept. But man, I couldn't be more stoked to be back. Been an awesome winter, but I've been thinking about this moment. And my boat's still floating. Bonus. Haven't been inside yet. But everything looks alright. A bit of mold and stuff around I have to clean up, but everything's looking pretty sweet. Now, yeah, go inside and see if it's worse inside. It might be pretty stinky in there. But so stoked to be back. Oh my god. I'm going to sleep good, and then tomorrow I'm going to start sorting shit out. Open everything up. Get some air through. Main thing, look, batteries 100%. That's a good start. Doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. A bit boaty smell, but not moldy and not wet. It hasn't been leaking. I was expecting worse, to be honest. It's been sitting here since what was it, 25th of November when I left, and it's been very hot the whole time. I was expecting it to be a mold farm in here, but the guys at Meridian Adventure Dive Resort, where I've left it, they've done a good job, obviously. It is so hot here. Because I had a bit jet lagged. I woke up at 5, got a couple hours work done, and by 7 it was just steamy. I'm still getting used to the heat. You know, I came from pretty much winter when I left. It was pretty much 0 degrees in Zurich, so still transitioning a little bit, but man, it's hot here. I don't have any water yet, so I'm probably getting dehydrated. But anyway, I'm getting through some jobs. I've packed away all the stuff I brought with me, and got the food on, that's all working, and just getting through my list of stuff, but the boat's looking amazingly good compared to what I thought, so that's good. The job I'm going to do right now is get the dinghy sorted out. As you can see, it's covered in mould and stuff. I left it here under the cover, under the boom cover, so it wouldn't be in the sun. Normally it's sitting up here on the foredeck, but obviously the boat's been here for 6 months. I didn't want it to be in the sun the whole time. So now I'm just going to pull this off and pump it all up. It's pretty empty. I let the air out of it before I left, so it wouldn't be too much pressure in there. I'll give it a scrub, fill it up with air, put the engine on, get all that running, and that'll be one more job done. Alright, dinghy's looking a lot cleaner now. Got the motor on. I haven't got any petrol here. I've got to go get some petrol now, and then I'll give it a crank. Probably going to have to clean the carburetor out though, because normally when it's been sitting for a while it gets some moisture and blocks things up. But we'll give it a try. I had to go get some drink first though. I've sweated about, I don't know. But anyway, I'm too fat after winter, so it's pretty good to sweat it out. But yeah, I need a drink now. I'm starting to get a bit of a headache. Reason to get some gas. I rented this scooter for about €5 a day, so I can get around and get what I need, water and fuel and groceries and Go and visit my friend Suta. Pretty cool. They don't ask for a license, they don't think about insurance, it's just $5 a day. Here you go. Carrying my gas bottles here. Get some boys. While she runs, I'll let it go for a little while. Pump some fuel through it. Let's have a little break now. It's the hottest part of the day. It's very, very warm. Yeah, I just got given this book before I came here. It's a book that all sailors know. It's a book that I've never read before, so I've only just sort of started, but it's pretty cool so far. I can see myself ripping through this pretty quickly. A few more things to do today. I'm going to put the head sail, the jib on. I'd taken all the sails off before I left just to reduce windage. Next job on the list, check the engine. So yeah, first I'm checking the oil and the water and everything like that, just to make sure that everything's good. I left the tanks completely chock full when I left, with a healthy dose of diesel treatment, bug treatment. The reason for leaving the tanks completely full is that if you leave much air in the tank at all, condensation will form on the top of the tank and the water will drip down into the diesel, and then it's called a diesel bug. It's like a little black sludge will form in there, and that'll probably block your filters just when you're entering somewhere tricky, and your engine will die, and it won't be good. So you want to keep that risk reduced. Perfect, up to the line. I actually did a engine service before I left. Changed the oil filters, fuel filters. Keep running. Go and check if there's some water coming out the back. That's how the cooling works on these boats. It sucks up salt water, and then there's a heat exchanger, and the engine's a freshwater cooled engine, but it sucks up salt water, exchanges the heat into the fresh water, and then it spits the hot salt water out the back. So basically, if you start your engine up and there's no water coming out the back, you know you've got a problem in the cooling system. So it seems to be working. I'll let it run for a little while now, then it will get up to temperature. And next thing to do is, while it's running, I'll just check all the hoses and outlets everywhere, make sure there's nothing leaking. Schiehallion has a 30 litre day tank. This one here I'm showing. There's another 150 litres inside the keel, so keep the weight down as low as possible, adds to the ballast. I just checked the day tank by doing this. And there we have, we're up to here, that's full, so it's here. That's what I like about this boat, it's very simple, there's no fuel gauge. It's another electronic thing that can't go wrong. Okay, next job is out in the sun, but it's afternoon now, so the sun's lost a bit of its aggression. Next job is the anchor chain roller, the bow roller. It's like a nylon roller that the anchor chain comes up on, and it wore through out in the Solomon Islands when I was anchored in a lagoon, and there was a 24-hour real heavy storm, and the boat was going up and down an anchor, and I didn't check it during that, and it just chafed through one side of it and split the anchor roller. Yeah, I had to go and order some real ones again. The dumb thing is, before I left I forgot to measure them, so I ended up just buying a few. So I've got a few different ones here, all a bit different diameter and things, so I'm sure one of them will fit, and the holes I can drill out if I need to make them bigger. So yeah, I'll take the old one off and try and fit these new ones. Now that went much quicker than I thought it would, to be honest. So one more job I want to do before I leave. I got some vinyl stickers made for the boat. Obviously the boat's called Schiehallion, but this YouTube channel is called Learning by Doing. So I want to put these stickers on, if they would stick. I'm just trying to line them up so that I can sort it out before I commit to it, because you can only get them on once. I might just walk back and have a look from a distance. Okay, I think it looks alright. I'll give it a crack. Okay, next thing. I'd like your opinion. Should I put this on or not? Well, it's not scented, but just to get the idea. Obviously, as I said, the boat's called Schiehallion. Learning by doing is the YouTube channel. If I don't put the YouTube sticker, then people are going to be confused as like, what's the boat called? But the YouTube looks a bit big to me. Like, I can't get another one made. I got these made in Switzerland. Looks a bit big, a bit obnoxious, a bit like an advert. But at the end of the day, it's sort of what it is actually. But I'm in two minds. I might have a walk back and have a look from a distance. I mean, it's the age of self-promotion, right? It's what it is, but I don't know, it just feels a bit weird. I know some other boats, and well, everyone has a good YouTube channel advertises the fact. It would be silly not to. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I'll take it all into consideration. I won't actually stick it on there until this video's come out and I've got some feedback from you guys. So we'll see. By then I'll be out at anchor somewhere, so it will be difficult to put on because I'll be sitting in the dinghy really bobbing around, but I think it's worth the wait. Cheers, thanks for that. And we are out of here. So I just like to go out and somewhere at anchor, somewhere where I can go for a swim and get back to the sailing life. Now I'm going to pull up the sail. There's not really much wind, but I just want to shake it out and let it get some air. It's probably a bit musty after all 6 months. I leave the engine running just basically on idle. We'll just cruise across. It's only 7 miles I think over to Friwen where I'm going. You've probably seen Friwen in another video I did. If you didn't, go up to here, there's a little box. And I'm going to hang out there for a couple of days and just get into the swing of things. It's a beautiful little anchorage, nice coral and nice swimming around there. So yeah, I'll do that. But look, sail looks good. Boat's dirty though, look at all the stuff that came out of the sails. It's actually rocks and dirt. Oh no, that's probably from a wasp maybe. Yeah, maybe a wasp was starting to nest in there. Oh yeah, you can see a couple of little wasp nests up there actually, those 2 brown spots. I'll have to look at them, make sure they haven't done any damage. I think they would have just stuck their goo to it. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh look, here we are here. Wasp nest. They brought a lot of mud. Yeah, no damage. I'll just give that a wash later. Should be all good. Coming into Friwen now. It's a beautiful beach up here ahead of me. My first night at anchor. Been a pretty long day, but it's so nice to be back out here again. Pretty stoked. I had a bit of a swim, checked out the keel, had a bit of a scrub. There's a lot of work though, a lot of scrubbing to be done. I'll have another go at it tomorrow and I'll take a GoPro down and show you. Whew, it's another hot one. I slept about 12 hours last night, but I woke up feeling a bit weird, and I woke up in the middle of the night with cramps and my legs were all stiff, and yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm getting a little bit sick, or it's definitely not early enough to have got malaria, but yeah, I don't know, feeling a little bit weird today. I got some new diving gear actually, well, snorkeling gear. I got this new mask that I can put a GoPro on, so I'll have to show you when I'm spearfishing or just diving around. It'll give a bit more of a POV sort of look. And I got some new freediving fins. I'm going to jump in the water now and give the boat a bit of a scrub. It's quite a lot of work. It's quite thick, the stuff that's on there. It's not really barnacles and that, it's just a lot of weed and stuff, but you've got to scrub each part quite a few times. So I'm just doing a bit of it today. I haven't got my freediving lungs back yet. They're still in winter mode, the odd cigarette, and yeah, not very healthy living probably. So I can't stay down quite as long, so it's a bit more of a workout, but it's all good. It's part of the process.
Cruising on the river. How beautiful is this? So beautiful up here. Whew. No one around, no one lives here.
I'm up at the head of the river now. Listen to this place. It's just crazy, noisy jungle. Have a listen to this. Feeling a little better today. Not completely 100%, I'm not completely myself yet, but I think all it was dehydration, to be honest, and maybe tiredness. My urine was really yellow and nearly orange the last couple of days, and I think I just wasn't used to how much you have to drink here to stay hydrated because you sweat so much. So I've been drinking a lot more, nearly forcing myself to drink, and I'm feeling a little bit better now. I'll probably move tomorrow or the next day, but I'll show more of that in another episode. That's it for this first one, getting back to the boat. Thank you all for sticking with me through the winter months. It was a bit dry there for a while. I didn't really want to upload snowboard videos, to be honest. It's not really what the channel's about, so sorry about the one or two that snuck in there, but I guess it shows a bit of my life of, you know, I actually go and earn money to do this. I'm not relying on any handouts from anybody, and thanks again to all my patrons. There's been a few new ones jump on board. At the end here you'll see a list. I put the new ones at the top, and if you feel like jumping on board and becoming part of the crew, go over to my patrons site. There's a link up here. Yeah, I appreciate all of the support and the continued community vibe and the emails I'm getting and sending and that sort of thing from all you guys. So it's real cool. All right. Thanks for coming along for this ride, and see you next time.